Harry's wife. SOS sent to William. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. There is no doubt Harry is isolated in the United States, as mentioned in the previous video. The facts bear that out. He's in the US, away from friends, away from family. We know he has very little to do with his father. We know he has nothing to do with his brother, his sister-in-law, other members of the family. We know that he's rejected advice. We know that he's geographically distant. And we also know that he's been put in that position because a narcissist, namely his wife, prefers that to be the case. It is fact that Harry is isolated. However, the Daily Record reports Harry's wife livid as Prince Harry plots UK return and reached out for truce with William. The article by Tasha Hall tells us, Prince Harry has allegedly reached out to his estranged brother Prince William in a bid to plan a return to the United Kingdom, following reports over in the United States that the Duke of Sussex is panicking over his and his wife, Harry's wife's, future in America. Pausing there. There's good reason for him to panic. He doesn't have a proper job. She is high maintenance in the sense of she has excessive financial demands. Their money is dwindling. The deals are not forthcoming. She will be putting him under considerable pressure to sort this out and will be blaming him for the mess. Therefore, it also follows that not only is he isolated, but he will be getting his Hondas in a twist about the fact that financially he could be Fouquet'd. Recent rumours also suggest the 38-year-old ex-working royal is stressing over money matters, which have all merged together to further push his want to return to the home turf of King Charles and the rest of his relatives. It comes following the collapse of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's $20 million Spotify deal, and after their controversial Shitflix docuseries failed to secure any nominations for this year's Emmy Awards. The couple, who stepped down as working royals in 2020, have reportedly been left devastated at the snub, which comes amid expert warnings that their business opportunities in the States are drying up. Obviously, Megxit has blown up in their faces. An insider told In Touch magazine, Harry is starting to wonder if they made the right decision leaving England. They added, he's even suggested to Harry's wife that they return to London and the royal family. Harry admitted he'd phoned William to call a truce and told his brother he and Harry's wife would be open to going back to London where they would serve King Charles. According to the source, both Harry's wife and William were left stunned following the call, with Harry's wife reportedly livid. The source claimed William told Harry he would think about the proposal. Harry and his brother William have very rarely been spotted together in public over recent years due to the claims he was throwing against the royal institution and his older sibling. In his autobiography, Spare, the Duke of Sussex even claimed William once pushed him into a dog bowl during a physical altercation. He broke my necklace. The estranged brothers did, however, put their differences aside. Following late Queen Elizabeth's death last September, they were also both in attendance earlier this year in May for King Charles's coronation service at Westminster Abbey, although Harry made an abrupt exit from London following the ceremony, with no conversations exchanged. Could it be that Harry has reached out to his brother? And if he has, would this cause Harry's wife to be livid? It's certainly a possibility that the Prince of Pink Pancakes would do this. 1. We know that their popularity has tanked. 2. The deals have started to come off. The wheels have started to come off the deals, rather, and they don't look like there are too many offers. 3. We know that they've got heavy expenditure. She loves spunking money on clothes and jewellery, security costs, PR costs. Cleaning 47,000 bathrooms doesn't come cheap. And accordingly, what they thought was going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy has turned out to be much harder. He, of course, is going to get all of the blame for this. She'll be saying, "You're the one that's fucked this up, you stupid, thinning-haired ginger twat. If you hadn't written the nonsense that you put in Spare, people wouldn't be laughing at us. South Park wouldn't have given us a good shafting. And now this is causing everybody to turn against us. Your family don't like us because of what you wrote." Poor old Harry's there going, but it was what you said about them that caused them to not like us. And of course she'll deny that. She'll revise history. She will reject it. Because any suggestion that she's at fault for their combined woes is a threat to her control, and her narcissism will reject it. So she will keep on blaming him. Your book has caused all of this. Your behaviour has generated this. You've not been working hard enough. You spend too much time in the garden smoking blunts, you lazy ginger prick. And Harry will be bewildered. Caught by his own emotional thinking and the shifting sands that she has created, he will think to himself, "But I didn't cause this." And he'll be panicking as to what to do. And therefore, although she's continuing to assert control over him in a malign way, there could be the collateral consequence that this actually causes the fog to part for a moment, and he thinks, "I don't know what the fuck to do. I better ask Big Bro." And therefore, he makes a call to William. Accordingly, we don't know for certain whether this took place or not, but it is conceivable. It's also conceivable that William would go, "I'll think about this." William will go away and speak to his father. He'll speak to his wife, and they'll think, "Right, how can we utilise this appropriately to save our brother and get rid of her?" Harry, in all likelihood, probably did tell Harry's wife, if he did call William, that he had called William. After all, he'd fess up to it, and she would go ballistic. "You've done what?" she would say, channeling Oprah. The fact is that such a disclosure makes them look bad. Why? William's painted black. He's the one that got away, that Harry's wife wanted, and he's Team Wales, which means because of his connection to the Nemesis, he's painted black, and therefore Harry contacting him is not only a treacherous act of itself, but also, in effect, an admission of failure. Of course, Harry's wife, if the royal family were to welcome them back and provide money, may well suddenly turn into a simpering idiot and go, "It was our plan all along. Absolutely. I told Harry that this was the best way forward." Again, looking to claim credit where it isn't due to her. But at the current time, because Charles and Catherine and William are seen as the enemy, Harry reaching out to them is seen as a treasonous act, which then plunges him into more of the sustained devaluation. It's a threat to her control, not only over Harry, but over all these other people as well. He's seen as going behind her back, and therefore she will have pulled out the car battery and the crocodile clips and given his pink pods a good old tasering. It's entirely conceivable that Harry has been pushed into this position of reaching out to his brother, and it's entirely likely that, having admitted this, if he'd done it, to his wife, she will have responded in the way that has been described. It remains to be seen if he has, and what the reaction of William is, but this may well be another chink in the grip that Harry's wife has over him, and the further worsening of the relations between them. A separation looms, and her grip over him starts to weaken. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.